right, so I do dabs or yabs, dabs, whatever. I smoke lots of concentrated, 91% and above. And not because of that, but because over the years, I am over 40. And in my 40 years of life, I had bronchitis quite a bit. In the last 13 years of my life, I've caught something that's called wet lung syndrome, or ARDS, which is acute respiratory disease syndrome, from having bronchitis for over 20 years of my life straight. You know what I mean? Like, it was off and on, but when you get sick 14 times a year, hey, what can you do? So anyway, I'm about to put y'all up on game. Anybody has any bronchitis sufferer, strep throat sufferer, common cold sufferer, anything that has to do with the nasals and the lungs before you get sick. This is a life hack, and this is also a 420 hack. Because of my lung condition and the fact that I'm always coughing up mucus, I did in fact purchase me one of the mini nebulizers off of TikTok, and I am using it quite well. It does charge up in the back with a Type-C charger, and honestly, I think I could sell these things myself. But this is what I do, man. You can go to Walmart, any grocery store, go look in the nasal spray aisle, and this is what I've come up with, and this is my second bottle of this, and I actually like this really well because of two reasons. One, you can taste it. It's a salty saline solution that's going into your lungs. And number two, after I take a hot dab, I get a little clear and cool. So not only do I do the dab and then I take a puff on this, but I also get the cooling effect from it. So this is what I do. Turn the bottle upside down, spray it all in there, get it all nice and foamy. Then I cap it all off. Oh, if I can screw it down. Keep in mind, I got MS, man. Sometimes my fingers want to turn stuff. Sometimes it don't. I got the fan going, so you can't really see it, but one click turns it on. And then 2 clicks just increases the volume of the smoke coming out. And then I think it's 3 clicks turns it full on. When I turn off the fan, let's see. Okay, there it goes. Mine's a little weak. It's hard to see, but sometimes you have to turn it on and let it run for a little bit. And that's exactly what I do. But yeah, I just had filled it up, and so you might also, when you fill it up, you might want to wait for the foam to thin out before it starts making smoke, I guess. And every time I take a dab, or I should say every time I take a great big dab, which is every time, I use this. And I will say that you can use this when you have a cold, you can use this when you have the flu, you can use this when you have bronchitis, you can use this when you have strep throat. Anytime you feel like you can't breathe or that you're under the weather. Now keep in mind I use this specific one because I do dabs, because it does cooling effect. And then you get to the point where you're not coughing nothing up. Now, what I will say about these two products together, that it's working for me successfully, and I can prove it. Well, I mean, I had to tell you a story. I'm not going to pick something out of my nose and show you proof, but yesterday or the day before when I renewed my bottle, I don't know, maybe it was because it was a brand new bottle or whatever, but 13 years I've had this wet lung syndrome. And in 13 years, I'm always coughing up snot 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. I've always I've always had like a runny nose, you know what I'm saying? I cough up so much that sometimes I can puke. But one of the side effects is that, like, if I get a good side effects is that if I did get the common cold, the common flu, anything that's infected my snot, I get to flush it out immediately. So I don't stay sick from other sicknesses, I guess you could say. And number two, I will say to whoever the dude that was on TikTok claiming that everything at Walmart, including this, doesn't work, let me tell you something, buddy. I had a virus in my nose for 13 years where I never ending where I'm never endingly coughing up snot all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I'm miserable because of it. But I'm not going to project that on no one. But I will say that after 13 years, 13 long years, 2 days ago, I woke up with my whole right side nostril full of boogers, and I could actually reach in my nose and pick up what looked like a handful of boogers. So I haven't had boogers in 13 years. So sorry to be so gross and talk about boogers, but I haven't had boogers in 13 years. And that's the first time 2 days ago that I've had a nostril full of actual boogers. So, for all these hoes out there that are hating on this and anything you put in here, you could use anything you want and use it to your own accord. Me, every time I do a hot dab, I get a cool nebulizer. You know what I mean? So, it's working for me. What else do you want me to say?